Okay, greetings everybody. Welcome back to the channel and to the Cataclysm. It's been a little bit, been a week. Had to skip Friday, you know, things, events, stuff going on. So it's been a week. It's been last Monday since we played. Hopefully I remember how to play this silly little game. You know, it's got a few buttons. Let's, what should we look at? This is Meep Meep, the 8th. The 8th. I don't often go as high as 8. But, you know, we had a few circumstances that went a little weird in this one. So, Meep Meep the 8th is making his way through the lab. We got lucky/unlucky, depending on your point of view, in our lab placement. We ended up underneath a research facility, which has its good and its bad points. For this particular character, I don't know. I'm undecided still whether it's more good than bad. It gives us some opportunities and simplifies a little bit, but makes other parts a little more dangerous. So there we go. But Meep Meep the 8th, we're doing pretty well. So we only had the one episode. We're only on day 62. We've only had one 4-hour session with Meep Meep the 8th. Since we decided to give it one more try on this particular challenge, and this is where we're at. So 410, 14, 8. Good old 4 strength combined with Nomad and Poor Healer, and Fragile and Poor Healer, that is. Nomad is new. Fragile and Poor Healer, that is combined for just massive reduction in overall hit points. As you can see up here, 18 is our total hit points. That's our max, not our current. Well, it's both our current and our max, I guess I should say. Which makes for some, you know, rambunctious, rowdy times. We just picked up Nomad and Wing Stubs from the serum that we took.
Time no see.
Hey there, Lord Shotgun. Howdy, howdy. Welcome back. Yeah, so Fragile, Poor Healer, 4 strength, that gets you 18 hit points, and you regain health really slow. Poor Healer, obviously, but Fragile also has additional element of slow healing rate, so combine the two. And it's pretty bad. Heal much slower. And heal slow, of course. So, yeah, it took us, I don't remember how long. We had that broken limb the last attempt, and it was like 5 days, 6 days. I forget exactly how long. But, yeah. So it's just about proficiencies. I guess you'll find out. It's a big conversation. I avoid it wherever I can. It doesn't really affect me all that much since I don't do the many things that require it. Basically, it's a one-time tax that you have to pay in order to do anything that you want to do. If you want to craft something, you now have to pay a proficiency tax. And after you've paid the proficiency tax, then everything goes back to normal. There you go. That's the whole proficiency system in a nutshell. Nah, pockets and nested containers worked out fine, despite all of the hubaloo right at the beginning of it. It's mostly worked out, so just took some time, took some effort, took some feedback. Proficiency system, though, that's just a flat. There's just no way to say anything other than it's just a flat. Hey, players, we want to slow you down. Here you go. Welcome to proficiency system. They can dress that one up all they want, but it's basically just we really want to slow all the player progression down. So let's just slap this big fat old proficiency system on the front end of it. I wouldn't mind it so much if there was some advantage to it beyond just getting out of the super negative slow tax part of it. Because if I'm going to craft something that's going to take proficiencies, usually it's just the survivor stuff. And I make it once, I'm done with it forever, and I never have to use the proficiency stuff again. So I have to pay this massive time tax up front, and then I never ever get to use it or see any benefit from it after that. That's the only part of it that really annoys me. If we had a different progression system through gear or things and so on, it'd be a little different. But I mean, you know me, I play different than most folks. I know too much about the game. I know where all the stuff's at, so I can mostly sidestep a lot of the proficiency stuff. So, however, I don't think it's set up very well, and I don't think it was explained very well, and I think most people still grumble about it. I understand the intent behind it, and I agree in some circumstances, but the way it was implemented was just kind of rudely slapped on, and it just was kind of weird. But however, I just roll with the punches and kind of go about my business. But yeah, mostly I just go with found gear, and if I have to craft something, I just put up with the however long it takes me to craft it, and don't really worry about it. But my challenges are kind of different. They're kind of shorter term, so I don't just play to keep a guy alive, because I can do that forever easily. So my challenges don't seem to encounter it and don't interact with it much, because I just get certain things done or get to a certain point, declare the challenge over, or I fail and I go on to something else. Were I trying to keep a character alive over seasons or years, it'd be totally different. But in my circumstance, it's a little different because, I mean, I can go from 0 to hero so quickly with any character, pretty much, that it really compresses the time frames radically. And there's no... I mean, in 90 days, I can already be a cyber mutating god walking the earth. So there's no real benefit for me for long-term planning, because it won't take me that long. So, like I said, it's just different depending on your playstyle and what your experience level and knowledge level of the game is. It has different effects. I just wish it was implemented in some other way. Alright, now that I have been diverted from our normally scheduled broadcast to talk about the proficiency system, we can go back to yapping about poor Meep Meep the 8th here and what we're going to do. So I remember from a week ago when we last played that we had made our way to the top. We got to the research facility. The security floor is clear enough. Our route to the exit is fine. We went into the warehouse, got chased around a bit by a couple of minor enemies and some blobs. Didn't quite get everything I wanted out of the warehouse, but we didn't explore the whole thing either. We didn't have the opportunity. The stairwell itself was clear, going up between the floors. So we're okay to that point, but it still doesn't get us out of here. We still got to navigate the parking lots and everything that might be out there. We do have advanced evolution in the game world. So there are some nastier things out there than just the base default starting enemies. Yeah, it's going to be rough if we try to go that route. The limiting factor right now, I also remember we found those, we broke into a library and then we found an open library just after that. So we actually got a hold of a fairly large number of books just recently that I haven't really taken advantage of yet. So we've got quite a bit of book reading that we can do. Including all of the chemistry books, the applied science books that I'll ever need, barring the one recipe book for bird mutations. Here's our limiting factor, though. That's all the food we've got right there. So I've got 15 doses of yummy butter, 9 of the wheat cereal, and then a couple of yogurts, really. That's about it. So that is my big limiting factor currently. We also did find there it is. We found the train route, the subway route out. So we could, if I don't feel confident of us getting out to the top of the lab exit, we could take the subway route and just roll the subway on out over this direction. I believe there's a city over here, given these exit points. Not 100%, but I believe possibly there's a city right over there that we could roll out to in the subway. There is a possibility of nasties in the subway, but we do have a gun. Here's our gear. We've got an M4A1 with 24 out of 30 rounds loaded up and ready to go. We're in full Army Man gear. We did make it into a barracks. Always great. Always good to see. We've got just about everything else. We got the hacksaw. We got the wrench. I don't have a full hammer yet, I don't believe. And I left my makeshift hammer. Yeah, I left my makeshift hammer. Give me that back. So we don't have a full hammer for hammering 2 and prying capability yet. But we got the hacksaw and we got the wrench. So that was important. We got plenty of light. We've got a lot of odds and ends tool-wise and raw material-wise. So we're doing really good in a lot of those categories. We're just missing a few things here and there. We've got, if I remember right, this whole level explored. We had the 2 points there. That is the armory we're not going to try to get into. That one, which were you? That was another barracks we haven't tried to access yet. Floor below, we know we have an auto dock, and the finale is directly below this spot. And it's a good finale for us, but it's got bots in it, so we got to be careful. But it is one we're going to want to explore and try to clear if we can, because it's got the big standing tank of mutagen. We don't know what kind yet, But it could be either base mutagen, which would be awesome, or could be bird. I don't remember ever finding bird, but I think bird's on the list of possibilities that it could be full of. That would be pretty amazingly serendipitous if that occurred, if we had an actual standing tank full of bird mutagen for our bird mutagen focused run. That's the highlights. We haven't fully explored the actual lab itself yet. We had 5 full floors separate from the security floor. And we're not completely done exploring them all. I've been mostly avoiding and just running around and dodging and avoiding contact with anything. So we do have a few things wandering around I have to be careful of that we haven't tried to kill. And we don't have a lot of ammo. So we got pretty lucky picking up that M4. I think it was it in the warehouse? I think it was in the warehouse. So we got lucky in that result. But that opens up a few possibilities for us. So that's kind of where we're at. That's what's going on. And I think we had just come back from checking out the warehouse when we got to this point. So my plan, if I remember right, was we were going to go back up top. I was going to creep carefully through the hallways of the research facility and try to get to as many of the rooms close to the stairwell as I could, in hopes of picking up in the hallways books and food, candies and snacks and so on. There's usually lots of that in there. And then the tools. We still need 4 tools, one of which we know where we can find in the lab here. But we need the other 3 tools for the mutagen crafting, mutagens and purifiers. That's more longer term. We're a long way from being able to use any of that kind of stuff. But it'd be good to locate it and get it out of here. Since we have not found the bird recipe book. So that is the plan anyway. Hey there, Murder of Phoenixes! So, it looks like we're in pretty good shape. We're hydrated, we're not hungry at the moment. We could go a few days with no food if we had to, but it would be hard for us to get back that calorie deficit. I'm tempted to go down and take the subway just to check to see if it's clear. It's actually above us? Yeah, it's a floor above us. So I am somewhat tempted to do that. Let me gaze and wonder at our accumulated stuff again, just to double check. So I know we got the chemistry set, medium battery, multiple hot plates, soldering irons, screwdrivers, crowbars that I keep having to drop. Bud the Chud? Yeah, good old Bud. We don't have any MREs that I remember. Got some makeshift bandages. Mutagen Purifier, Fish and Trog Serum. Don't want either of those. 4 beta voltaic cells, but we don't have the electronics book to learn up enough to be able to craft an atomic lamp or nightlight yet. Lots of medium batteries, plutonium cells, and pretty much anything else I might want to use to make anything. I don't remember there being any books I need to immediately get to. Mechanics, not in a super big hurry for. A couple points of throwing would be nice. We're going to want to get to all of this stuff eventually, but nothing I'm going to get too excited about immediately. Dodge skill I would go for. I'm trying to avoid any kind of fighting, so the fighting skills are kind of eh. We will need fab, of course. Yeah, we're going to wait on that stuff. Okay, let's, I can't remember the route back up top. I want to say it's up to that stairs. That's what we're going to do. Let's see. Got the smart lamp on. I got no spare batteries with me. Ah, right over there. Yeah, that'll work. I don't remember leaving anything loose between me and the office. Hello, security office. Alright, let's turn off the lamp. Now we are really, really hopeful that we can find some stuff that will be useful. Yeah, 2 boots, not really as many as I was hoping for. We'll grab the leather. So this is where I have problems, in that we have very little in the way of night vision. We shouldn't even have 3. I'm not sure why I even have 3. Dust mask is on. Ah, the Zentai. Chemistry set again. Basic set. Don't care. Bleach will eventually need lots and lots of. Got a dust mask. Lighter and principles. I think we're good on both. We'll grab that 68 charge, though. Sugar. Nothing, unfortunately. Alright, refrigerators. Need, this is the kind of stuff I need right here. Augmentative tech. Candy! Yes, pork sticks, chocolate covered, candy, whatever. That's the other thing I was really hoping for. Ow! And we finally got a scientist. Chocolate bars would be good. What are we sitting at? Only 5.6 dodge with our current setup. No real weapons for me to use currently. No easy way for me to kill these guys. I'm having a hard time luring these guys up and down stairs. They won't follow me, so they end up clustering on the stairs, which is not what I need. No chance of losing this guy. I could slow him down by luring him into a room, then running around him and back out again, but I don't want to leave anybody behind me either. No, I haven't run this. This is the first we've spent any time in the research facility hallways, so... So far all we've done is go up and down the stairs. We peeked up on the roof briefly, but this is my first movement in the hallways themselves, so... I was hoping to get at least one more set of rooms done before I ran into anybody. I mean, scientist seems easy, but when you got 18 hit points and it takes days to heal even 3 or 4 hit points, and you have 4 strength, so you can't bash very well. I don't have any fancy weaponry I can use. I don't have any fancy martial arts. I don't have any melee skill, none of that stuff. So killing even what looks to be an easy zombie like a scientist is a hell of a lot harder when you've got this kind of a character. So I gotta decide what I'm gonna do here. I could lead. Well, they can open doors, so I can't lock him like back here because he'll just open the doors and come back out. I'm gonna lead him into this room, try to kind of juke around him. Assuming it's just him. That's not where I expected you to go. So he'll open that up. Hopefully he'll either lose interest or it'll take him just a little bit of time. I'm gonna take a chance and leave him at north of me there. Yep, somebody's in there. Hopefully they don't come busting out. They are coming busting out. That sounds like a security guard, possibly. All right, we're gonna bail all the way back out. I also need to avoid a cluster of enemies here, keeping me from transitioning from the lower areas to the upper areas. So if they follow my scent cloud up, I could be in trouble when I try to come back up again. So, let's head back down briefly. I'm going to leave stuff here. Going loud would be the worst thing I could do right now. I've only got a very limited amount of ammo. I've got exactly 24 rounds of ammo. It's not like I've killed a turret and I've got 1,600 rounds available to me. I've got 24. I got to be very cautious to make sure I keep that. And making a ton of noise up in those hallways would be a terrible idea right now. Much better to just run away and go do something else and hope they wander away from that spot than to just open up on them. I always play experimental CDDA. You can see the exact settings I'm using in the game world setup with the settings command. Anytime you're curious. Updated my experimental build right before we went live to the most recent. Yeah, I've always played experimental builds. I've never played a stable build, except for the odd circumstance where the stable build was released, and that was the experimental build of the day. That doesn't happen too often. I'm gonna wait down here for a little bit. Then we're going to go back up top and see if we can get to a different floor. Now that we know we've got enemies waiting for us right outside here. Oh, damn it. That's what I was hoping to avoid. Now my transition to the other floors is screwed up. I could lead him up to the roof and try to lose him on the roof, assuming he follows me, which, like I said, I'm having a terrible time getting these guys to transition up and down stairs. I should have started on a different floor. I shouldn't have started exploring on this particular floor where I have to make the transition from the two stairs. I should have come up, immediately gone down to the bottom floor, and that way if I ran into problems, I could have retreated up one floor, checked, retreated up a floor, checked, but I screwed up. I did this in the wrong... Bad tactical decision on my part. Hey there, Mostly Harmless. Thanks very much for the sub. Depends a lot on whether that's a security guard, a Kevlar Hulk. There's a lot of possibilities for what that is. Go find out what it is. Scientist. Alright, I'm gonna... The other problem is if I go upstairs, then the scientist decides to camp the stairs. I can't get back down again. too bad they can open doors. Alright, we're going to try to leave him alone again. Whoops! Walked right into him. Hey there, security guard. The thing I fear the most is the grab. The grab could ruin me. Any grab from anything can ruin me. I dare not run further south. At least he can't open a door, so if I close this door in his face, he can't get into me. The scientist could walk over and open it up. You can't lock a scientist in an elevator. I could lock the security guard in the elevator. I can't lock the scientist in there, though. Assuming I make it around him and the grab doesn't get me. Alright. There's the grab. God damn it. Failed. 4 points off our head. Failed. 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 Oh man. Hey, we finally succeeded. Oh man, I fear the grab. You damaged my dust mask too, you bastard. Time to ditch that thing anyway. I love how we're faceless. Wear the filter mask. Activate the filter mask. My hands are encumbered? What are my hands encumbered with? Wielding the combat knife? Doesn't say I'm wielding the combat knife. It's in the sheath. What are my hands encumbered with? I want to know what my hands are encumbered with here. I'm not holding anything. Your hands are too encumbered to effectively put pressure on the bleeding wound. Isn't that usually the case when you're wielding something? I mean, does wearing gloves or anything prevent that? Because that seems pretty silly. I have 6 total encumbrance on my hands. Well, now it's doing it. Apparently it is a certain amount. Apparently X amount. Still failing constantly, huh? Finally got it. That's kind of weird. Alright, whatever. So, yeah, not going well so far. Now the scientist, it sounds like, is out and about again. Let's try to institute my earlier suggestion. Straight down. Alright, so now we're 1 floor above the warehouse. I don't want to go back into the warehouse quite yet. See how much of this exploration we can get done. I'd be happy if I just picked up a whole bunch of junk food. I can just get to the first couple of rooms on each floor. That would give me enough. Don't care. Even going into this thing is dangerous, because if somebody comes in behind me, I've got no way out. No way around. That was a terrible, terrible list. Ah, already hear noise. Not good. Swimming book. So, now we're back to our 2 night vision I was expecting. Well, do what we can. Peanut butter candies. Meat jerky. More candy. Yeah, another scientist. That's not a good sign. I didn't check to see if that noise was above or below me. We're going to follow what I said earlier, though. Let's just retreat up a level. Apple cider, cranberry. Books I don't care about. Homebrewer's Bible. Maybe can be useful. They're not being very helpful with these front few rooms. Not making it very deep into the corridor, unfortunately. Another chemistry set. Oh, flying polyp saying hi. Yeah, going outside is going to be so much fun with this character. That's more like it. Bologna, hot dogs, herbal tea, yogurt. Sure, grab it all. This is about as far as we normally make it before we get run off. Nice. It's helping a little, but I mean, it's all short-term stuff. I mean, candy, 3 at 209. Powder candy sticks, 180. So, it's all short-term stuff. Uh-oh. Not good. That would be a security guard, most likely. So, food handling, fab I didn't need, and submachine guns I don't care about. And electronics 4 necessary. I need electronics 2 to 4. Or 1 to 4, I mean. I got electronics 1, I need to get it to 4. Alright, so our next choice, we could go back up. Hit the roof, cross over. It's 2130. Might be dark, might not be dark. I don't want to be out in the daylight, even on the roof, because of the flying things that are in the area. If I get caught outside with a flying polyp or something, I don't usually have enemies like that up as high as the roof, but it could happen. Let's wait 30 minutes. That'll also let the guys above me shuffle around a bit. I'm really kind of afraid to move around up here. My idea was to go ahead and cross over to the other side and try to go down the other side and check the near side of those floors. But if there's something, if I do run into something up here, I got nowhere to run. Let's do it, but let's do it with the gun in our hands. We'll just pray nothing's up here. This could be a bad decision on my part. I'm a little leery of this one. Anywhere where I'm out in the open is, and I still can't see, is bad news. Oh, especially since I haven't fully explored the ceiling, or the roof. Alright. Not good. Already not good. So this one's designed a bit differently. I think that's the one I already have. Oh boy. Good old slime. Up or down? I could get in a situation where something is camping the staircase and won't let me move up or down, and I could get trapped and killed. Is it one slime? Bandages, autoclave pouch. I'm going to hold off on picking up more bleach. We can get that later, just about anywhere. Don't need water. Take a full charge battery. Alright, now the slime's locked in. Hacksaw, we've already got. Pudding! A gallon jug of almond milk! Really? Oh, of course it's rotten. There was only one thing in it. I was gonna say, that would have been too much. That would have been too lucky. My advanced time frame start strikes again. Uh-oh, another blobby. Well, that's not good. I knew for sure what was in the rooms around, or what the configuration was for these rooms. Need to lead both of these guys up this northern way, if they follow me. Lock them into this other room. Problem is, there could be just an unending supply of these things. Of course, there's multiples of the little guys. All it takes is one to block me. I'll be pretty unhappy. Oh, rotary evaporator. Is that the one that I already had marked? I can't remember which one I had marked. That's the barracks. Barracks. Come on, one of these. Finale, auto dock, rotary evaporator. That's the one I've already got marked. So I could go get that one below, and it's too heavy for me to just grab. But we'll leave it. Vortex device is not necessary or useful. Don't need water. Alright, we've got a few more locked up. Ah, damn it. What I fear. Get our stamina back before I do anything else. Micro centrifuge. So there's one of the other tools we need. Concentration quality. Nice and small, only 4.5 pounds. Compared to my carry weight, that's a lot, but so that's 2 of the 4 tools we need. Oh, lab analysis kit. There's a third. The analysis quality. This one is almost 30 pounds. This one is a problem. Well, we gotta grab it. Ooh, insecticide. Alright, let's get this stuff back to the north. I'm gonna move it up onto the roof. So I was 2 floors down. Whoops, I dropped those? But I said not to drop those. Alright, we're not done here yet. All the blob moving around is going to keep freaking me out. Let's see if we can get to the next row of... old tomato juice. Let's just drink the old tomato juice. Mushy buttered popcorn. Eh. Uh-oh. That's not good. Necco wafers. Clean suit. Actually, give me the charcoal. Chocolate bar, candy, meat jerky. Another hacksaw. There's a full autoclave. I'm not going to lug an autoclave around. Uh-oh, not opening that door. Make another noise. I need to know if it was the same floor or not. From above. We should be okay then. Another blob. Come on in, blob. Ooh, pickled fish. How many? Only 2 at 260. Definitely taking it, of course. Not good. Not good. Alright, well, we made it pretty far down that hallway. I'm impressed with how much exploring we got done that time. Bail on out of here. The bottom floor is a little different, and it's going to be a little tougher. I'm a little afraid to go down to there. We might have to settle for what we've got. One floor below this. Alright. This will be our last hopeful freebie. What do we got? Another 1 dose of almond milk, but look at that. Food Place delicious food, 500 calories, 4 doses, 4 servings. Food Place is people. Why not check the section to the north? You mean this room? You think there's food in there? Why is there food in there? That's the bathroom. What food am I gonna find in the bathroom? The other one? I thought that was just the changing room with clothes. It's the only reason I'm not checking it. I guess there is a refrigerator. I don't remember there being a refrigerator in here. I remember the rows of lockers. I don't remember the refrigerator. Not a good sign, unless I was hearing something above me again. A lot of bleach. Bleach is too easy to come across, though. And it's been a little too long for me to be able to use bleach to be worth carrying it around right now. Or hiking boots. I think I've got enough batteries. Yet another autoclave. Ah, doctor's badge. I was hoping we'd come across one of those, so now if we need to do some CBM installs, it'll be a lot easier. Alright, that's on the same floor. I gotta be really cautious about leaving them behind me. They could come out and then block my running away. The doctor's badge. I think it's about time to stop cutting up boots. Rotary evaporator, one we've already seen a few times. Big blue pen. So, we haven't gotten lucky with the fourth. I'm trying to remember which type are we missing? Do the separation? I remember the analysis kit. Remember what? Concentration? Yeah, we're not going to get any further. This might be the room that actually had stuff in it. Alright, he's gonna break his way out of there. I think I'd better stop pressing my luck. Oh. Yeah, they're getting a little too rowdy. Good luck getting all this stuff back over to the other side. Shall we try for the final floor? I think I'm not gonna like what I find. Alright, this is a conference room, I think, with the glass window to the right. Leads into the parking lot.